Et comment ça va les baguettes? So when you speak English, you speak French. Yeah. What did I mean by that? Well, I meant that when you speak English, you speak French. No, what I meant is that you are using French words in English, so you still have to learn French, you know, to properly speak French, but just like we are using English words in French, like okay, for example, well, you are using French words in English. But do you know which French words you are using on a daily basis? Yeah, good for you. But do you know how to pronounce them properly? Either way, this video is made for you, because if you didn't know which words you were using on a daily basis, boom, after the video you will know. And if you didn't know how to properly pronounce them, boom, after the video you will know. And if you knew both of those things, congratulations! You are a nerd. No, I'm kidding. That just means that you have really good general culture, and that's great! Or that you're learning French, and that's even greater! I like that! Double tap! So French words you're using on a daily basis in English and how to pronounce them, well, that's a pretty long title. We'll see when I will upload the video. I hope you'll enjoy! Number one, and I will start with this one because I really want to put emphasis on the stereotype that French people are romantic, flirty and all that love kind of things. So you borrowed the word un rendezvous. So what's un rendezvous? I know you will tell me that it's a date, but it's so much more than a date. Un rendezvous can literally be translated as go you. Yeah, I know. Render comes from the verb se rendre, which is to go, and then vous, well, is you. So, go you! In French, un rendezvous is basically a meeting. Like, you can have a rendezvous for business, you can have a rendezvous as a date, or you can even have a rendezvous to the doctor. So how to pronounce it? Well, exactly like you do a rendezvous, but with a French R. You know, this French R, the... And if you don't know how to pronounce this magnificent sound, nothing easier than that. Just take a pen and shove it in your mouth. Not like that. Like that. Rendezvous. And you have it. Okay, number two, because I want to surf on the romance stereotype. Fiancé. Okay, you might not be using this one on a daily basis, but I mean, I wish the best for you. And I'm realizing that maybe I just made you realize again that you're forever alone, but you know, it's okay. Like, it's... Yes, love! No, I mean, mom! Yes, mom! So how could you literally translate a fiancé? Well, basically, you translate it as a fiancé. Because yes, this one is not a word that you borrowed just to say, oh yeah, we will sound French, it will be like pretty nice, like a rendezvous. No, this you just like don't have a word for it. Un ou une fiancée is basically the person that you will marry in the future. It's like a promise, it's something beautiful. In the ancient time, like at least until my generation, people were doing that as a promise 1 year before marriage. I mean, nowadays people are not using it this way anymore. People are just like, oh yeah, he's my fiancé, just to sound fancy when really they are together for the past 2 weeks and will break up the night after. Okay, number three, un souvenir. So for you, un souvenir is a tiny piece of memorabilia. I love this word, memorabilia. It's like memory and bilia. Bilia. Like bile. It's like a gastric fluid of memory. So for you, a souvenir is a tangible object, a tangible thing that you will bring back from a trip. For example, a tiny Eiffel Tower. By the way, it's Eiffel, not Eiffel, but anyway. Well, for us, a souvenir is so much more. A souvenir is a memory. A souvenir can be anything. It can be, for example, you know, the souvenir that you kept from your girlfriend who was supposed to be your fiancé and left you 2 days after. I do parties too, yeah! And so how to pronounce it? Well, you see it coming because you're using our words, so you're pretty much saying them properly, but with your accent. So just change the accent. Un souvenir, un souvenir. Yeah. Okay, so the fourth one is RSVP, and I actually love this one because I actually thought it was English. Story happened about a month ago. I was alone, falling free, trying my best not to forget. I really need to stop with this song. So no, I was at the office and I received this email for a gala, and they just said, yes, RSVP, and I was like, yeah, I will RSVP. What? So I asked my father about that. I was like, hey dad, I kind of feel offended by their emails. Like, at the end they called me RSVP. I mean, I don't know why they did that, like why they are insulting me. Should I just reply with like, oh yeah, STD HIV? And that's when he laughed at me and was like, yeah, no, RSVP just means like, répondez s'il vous plaît. Oh. Okay, so répondez s'il vous plaît, RSVP, can literally be translated as response if it pleases you. And I mean, it pleased me, so I RBIPM responded because it pleased me. Yeah. Okay, number 5, un coupon. Yes, you know, the tiny piece of paper that you're using to pay less. Like, those people who are using coupons, you are like the greatest cucumbers on earth. I don't get how you do that. Like, some people, they just like go and they're like, yeah, I have $500 of coupon, I can have like everything for free. Like, you are going to get your grocery shopping and you leave, they gave you money. Well, this word is French too. So when you just go with all your coupons, actually you should go with all your coupons. Because it can literally be translated as to cut something. So you are cutting prices with those. You cut the prices, so we coupe. We coupon. Yeah, that's it. Coupe. Okay, so number 6, the dentist. You know, the guy who's removing tooth, so that should be the toother or the toothist, not the dentist. Why so? Well, pretty much because in French, a tooth is une dent. So the guy who's removing une dent is un dentiste. I know! We're learning new things every single day, and I have one that is even better, the number 7, and that's un sabotage. A sabotage. A sabotage. I don't know how you pronounce this in English, but, you know, sabotage. Sabotage. Yeah. And I love the story behind this word, because this word comes from the French word of un sabot, which is basically a wooden clog. And in the ancient time, when there were like all the machineries, well, we still have machineries, but you know, it's like non-digital related machineries. You're so young. Well, those things were actually existing, you know, they were not in the clouds. Which is kind of scary, but yeah, I'm old, what? But so when we were in time of war or just wanted to do a prank or something like that, a good way to break those machineries was to throw the clog inside. And everything would just like... What? That was ASMR with Ernest again. So, as with a sabot, you could just destroy machines, we just say, hey, so if you destroy a machine, then it can be a sabotage, because you're using a sabot to... Yeah, we were not that original. And now to the ultimate one, which is something that you've all heard before and used before, which is a deja vu. See what I did? You all heard and seen it before, because it's a deja vu. Yeah. So a déjà vu is literally the same thing in French, and déjà vu means already seen. A déjà vu. I just love to pronounce this one in English. It's like, oh yeah, that's a déjà vu. And then you hear like all the Mickey Mouse sounds behind, and not really, but I mean, that's how I perceive it. Okay, now to the penultimate one. You know, when you send something through the post, you put everything into a... No, not a letter. The letter is the thing that you write, and you put the letter into a... No, not a package, something smaller than a package. You put a letter in... Yes, an envelope! I know, I just like dragged this super far and most of you have probably answered envelope from the really first question. But anyway, so an envelope comes from the French word enveloppe, and une enveloppe comes from the two French verbs envelopper and envoyer. I'm actually not even sure that there's a link with envoyer though, but you know, it's an envoy when you send an envelope. So I guess envoy is from envoyer and envelope from envelopper. So envoyer means to send and envelopper means to wrap up. So basically you have your letter, you wrap it up, so you put it in an envelope and then you make an envoy. Un envoi, envoyer. And if you knew that this one was French, really, I mean, I remove my hat for you. I'm not even sure if this expression works in English, and I mean, I don't have a hat, but it's an image and it works in French, so you know. And now to the final one. I mean, I have thousands of others, but you know, I'm just like trying you with this one. I'm like, so here are the 10 ones, and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's so freaking amazing! Do a part 2! And I will do a part 2, or you'll be like, and so well then. But for now, here's the last one, because French are not only romantic, I mean, they are also fancy, and so that's the etiquette. So the etiquette, we have the exact same meaning as yours. Well, we do have another one, which is basically the price tag or the label. That kind of have nothing to do with the one we're talking about, so... But yeah, the etiquette is the way of behaving in a place, most of the time a bit fancy, and this word is a French word. Why so? Because we are romantic and fancy people. Everything that is romantic and fancy comes from our language. Nothing more to add. It's not coming from me, I mean, there's some factual proofs, like those words. Oh, you want all the proofs? Yeah. So there's those words and putain! And this is the end of 10 French words you're using on a daily basis and how to pronounce them and what they actually mean. I hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to put a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Go follow me on all my social medias, because there I give you free French advice. Absolutely not. I'm completely like, I'm not doing the social media thing right. You can also support me on Patreon. I would have said because I would give you also more free advices, but once again, I'm just not doing that well, so... do it if you like me. And no matter what happens, I will see you in my next video. Have an amazing, wonderful day. Don't forget to smile, and bye-bye. Panache, avant-garde, camouflage, chic, facade, touché. I told you I can do a second part.